I'm about to guide you in setting up the basics of your first Unreal Engine 5 project, including the different elements and settings you need for Lumen's real-time lighting system. First of all, you need the Epic Games Launcher. Then under Unreal Engine, UA5, you can download the engine right here. Once all that is done, it'll show up under your Library tab. You will have seen this menu whilst installing it. You can leave the settings as they are, really, and if you want some extra bits to play with, make sure starter content is ticked as well. Everything else here is optional and can be added through this menu at any time. Launching the engine might take a while depending on your PC, but we will be shown a screen. This will be empty for you if you're starting it for the first time and haven't used any previous versions of the engine, and we're going to go over to the Games tab. I recommend either choosing the first person preset or the third person preset, depending on what works for your project, what direction you're heading in. And for all the settings, you can leave it on Blueprint, leave it on desktop for now, quality preset on maximum, and you can turn starter content on, like I said, for some extra stuff to play with. Ray tracing you can leave off, since we'll be using Lumen for that for the time being. If you end up wanting ray tracing in your project, you can always do that afterwards. Come up with some kind of project name. I'll leave it for this for now. There are some rules on what you can and cannot use, but the editor will let you know here if you use anything that's not allowed. Then you'll hit create. After a few moments, you'll load into the editor, and you will be met with this scene. If you hold right click and use the AWSD keys, you can move around a bit. And to be honest, Lumen is working in this preset. If you're not sure it is, and you can always check, you want to go up here to edit, project settings, and scroll down over here under engine to rendering. Scroll down again. And here under global illumination, make sure Lumen is selected, and under reflections, make sure it's selected as well. That is the bare minimum you need in terms of project settings. Now, this level is originally from Unreal Engine 4, and they have changed some of the settings. So I recommend creating a fresh new scene with just the basics you need for Lumen to work and start building from there. Let's open the content drawer here in the bottom left. We're going to right click over here, create a new folder, name it Maps, open that, and create a new level. Call it whatever you want. We're going to open it. We're going to have to save it before we can, and we will get a black screen. Here are the things you need for Lumen and for a basic scene setup with a sky and everything. Go over to Create, go over to Lights, and put in a directional light. Then again, under Lights, add a skylight. You can drag that off of your directional. Under Visual Effects, we need a sky atmosphere. Visual Effects again, we want exponential height fog. Now we can actually see some stuff happening. And under Visual Effects, we want volumetric clouds. Just because, you know, it really rounds it out. Now, first, our directional light. We want to set that to movable, so we get our dynamic global illumination through Lumen. We want to scroll down until we get to the atmosphere and cloud section and turn on atmosphere sunlight, and we can see that the sky now is being affected by the rotation and the angle of our directional light. Now we're going to select our skylight, go back up to the top, make that movable as well, and turn it to real-time capture. So it will move as the directional light moves, i.e. the sun position. If you now press Ctrl L, you can change the sun position around, and you will see that the clouds will move, the sky will change tone, and that is all you need for a basic daytime environment using Lumen in UA5. From here, there are many directions you might want to take your project, but at least you'll have a solid base in terms of lighting and settings that you can work from. If you get this error at the top, you can quickly get rid of that by going to Build and select Build Lighting Only. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you out start your very own Unreal Engine 5 project.